Michael Bloomberg's campaign is unusual to say the least. He skipped the Iowa caucus, skipped the New Hampshire primary, and is also skipping the Nevada caucus this weekend. He didn't even file the paperwork to be on the ballots in any of those states. He hasn't shown up to any of CNN's town hall events to meet with local communities, didn't attend the first 8 presidential debates, and hasn't even done any interviews. All he does is put his ads on TV. And many are wondering, when is he going to finally answer some questions?
We have some exciting news tonight. Out front is Heeere with a new presidential candidate. Someone we haven't met before, and we don't think you have either. But they really might be shaking up this campaign big time. It's a he. And he's not just any old politician. He's a Muppet. So let's not wait any longer. Let's bring our guest on. And with us is Marvin E. Kwasnicki. And Mr. Kwasnicki, thank you so much. You've got your platform, sir. What do you have to say to America?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on to speak with you and to be talking with you as we are now. And I thank you for the opportunity.
By the way, this is a real segment on CNN. I didn't edit this together or anything. And they wonder why people call them the cartoon news network. But in all seriousness, Bloomberg has qualified for the next debate, which is tonight, which means that it might finally actually be interesting. None of the candidates care about Joe Biden anymore, and they're all going to be focusing their energy on Bloomberg because he's obviously poised to be the next frontrunner. Chris Matthews is doing his best to help out by saying that if Bernie Sanders is the party's nominee, he'll end up losing 49 out of 50 states to President Trump in November.
Nobody just says the obvious. Bernie, you're full of it. None of this is going to get passed. They're just pandering to the Bernie people. And you know what pandering gets you? Nothing. It certainly doesn't get you respect. They've got to get out there and say, I disagree with socialism. I believe in the markets. Right. I think he's wrong. I think he'll never get it done. And in this country, we'll never go that direction. And by the way, we'll lose 49 states.
It's obvious the establishment has made their choice, and it is Michael Bloomberg. And none of the remaining candidates are very happy about it.
Pretty simple question, yes or no. Do you think Michael Bloomberg is trying to buy the Democratic nomination for president?
Yes. Yes. I mean, what else do you call it? What else do you call it when you dip into your endless reserves of millions and billions and don't go through the process of campaigning in states like Nevada or Iowa or New Hampshire, humbling yourself, going into the diners and the backyards, looking eye to eye to vote? Look, to try to just go around that by throwing colossal sums of money on television shows you what's wrong with our system. And I also believe it's not the best way to pick our nominee or the next president.
I do agree with you, Booty Judge, but unfortunately for your political career, you just eliminated any chance that you had of being Bloomberg's VP running mate. And as I predicted yesterday, despite Bernie Sanders saying that the billionaires shouldn't be able to buy elections in the United States, he did commit to supporting Michael Bloomberg if he succeeds in taking the nomination from him.
On day one, when I announced my candidacy, I said that obviously we were going to do everything we can to win. But if I did not win the nomination, I would support vigorously the candidate who won, because Donald Trump must be defeated.
Poor Bernie's already having deja vu and reliving what Hillary did to him back in 2016. Meanwhile, Amy Klobuchar is campaigning hard in Nevada, which has a high Latino population, ahead of this weekend's caucus. And here's how she's trying to connect with them.
My name is Amy, and when I took Spanish in 4th grade, my name was Elena. They gave me the name me llamo Elena because I couldn't roll my R's very, very well, and so it was Elena.
Wow, you took Spanish in 4th grade. It sounds like you learned a lot. And in what is likely the last leg of Elizabeth Warren's campaign, here's her final pitch to Nevada voters before the caucus this weekend.
And when you've got a mess and you really need it cleaned up, call a woman to get the job done.
Well, Elizabeth, why don't you make me a sandwich while you're at it? Which reminds me, I do have a Make Me a Sandwich t-shirt in my online store at markdice.com. There's all sorts of good ones I should start mentioning more, like the warning contains facts and opinions some may find offensive. And this is a good one which won't attract any unwanted attention. It's the liberal media industrial complex picture from the cover of my new book. And I just released this new design, which I'm sure you will love. And like all of my designs, they're available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.